Good afternoon, Internet. Welcome to the Lord Aboga Show. Here we talk about politics. Politics, nothing but politics. Now today we are going to make a brief reviews about the Standard newspaper and the Daily Nation. Immediately, right, let us go to the point of the day. The Standard newspaper on the main headline is "Who'll Blink First?" Remember, this is a battle between President William Samoei Ruto and his former cabinet secretary for public service, JB Muturi. Again, on highlights of today's Standard newspaper is about a series of fresh brew of wrangles is coming up from the opposition side led by Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, and Martha Karua. Remember, they are saying that from the NADCO report, they were supposed to be having a communication between the opposition and government, and now former Deputy President Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka implies that Raila Amolo Odinga and Dr. William Samoei Ruto, who is the sitting president of the Republic of Kenya, are in government, and they are supposed to have talks and decide on who to be at the helm of Iebc, the chairman and the commissioners. Now, Kalonzo-led team and Eugene Wamalwa, they've given out their brief analysis and how it is supposed to be done, and they have warned that they are going to fight politically and legally. Now, I don't if things doesn't go well, as if they don't agree, then we'll again have another stalemate at the choosing of the Iebc commissioners, since Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa and Martha Karua have already accused the government, that is Raila Amolo Odinga and President William Samoei Ruto, of favorism, and they are saying that these two factors have already given out their decided candidates, and they are willing to work with without consulting the opposition, as per the NADCO report. Listen in to what Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, Martha Karua Presa they had to say.
Hala tumefikia sasa, lazima kuwe na pande mbili ambazo sasa zitaamua ni kina nani ambao sasa watakuwa wale chairman ama commissioners. Ile report ya NADCO ilikuwa clear ya kwamba mazungumzo hayo paka yawe kati ya upinzani na serikali. Kwa sasa Mheshimiwa Raila na chama chake cha ODM wameingia kwenye serikali, na yeye na Bwana Ruto wako kwa serikali ya broad based. Sisi ambao tumesalia kwa upinzani tumesimama na wananchi na Gen Z, na tumesema hatutaingia serikali ya Zakayo, hatuko kwenye broad based. Kwa hivyo haiwezekani pahala tumefikia Bwana Raila na Bwana Ruto wakutane kwenye ikulu wakiwa watu wa broad based wasemezane peke yao. Hiyo itakuwa kinyume na yale maafikiano yalikuwa kule Bomas ya NADCO. Na hayo hayakuwa tu mazungumzo, yaliweka kwenye sheria, yalipelekwa bungeni. Kwa hivyo tuambia Bwana Ruto na Bwana Raila, kama wao walio serikalini sasa broad based watawacha upinzani nje, hatutakubaliana na uteuzi wa mwenyekiti ajaye, na tuna haki kwenda mahakamani sababu tuliweka ile report kwenye sheria. Na ndio sababu kwa statement yetu tumesema masuala haya sasa tutashughulikia kisiasa na vile kisheria.
Now, as you've listened from the presser of Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa and Martha Karua, yesterday ODM led by Secretary General Edwin Sifuna came out gun blazing, accusing Kalonzo Musyoka of accusations that doesn't have grounds. Edwin Sifuna told Kalonzo that the accusations are off the balance because as the recruitment process of Iebc chairman and the commissioners is going on smoothly. That is what the ODM side had to say. Listen in.
Place. Finally, the party takes strong exception to recent unfounded allegations made by some Azimio la Umoja leaders of alleged interference by ODM in the ongoing process of reconstituting the IEBC. For the record, This process is being conducted in full accordance with the NADCO report. It is also common knowledge that NADCO was chaired by none other than the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, the leader of the Wiper Party. Kenyans are fully aware that the inordinate delay in commencing this exercise was due to the failure to resolve the nomination of the Wiper representative to the selection panel. Following the support of ODM, both at the PPLC and in court, including affidavits sworn by our very own Junet Mohammed here, Wiper got its rightful slot, and as we speak, Wiper's nominee to the panel, Koki Muli, has been part of the process from the shortlisting to the ongoing candidate interviews. In fact, one of the candidates who've been shortlisted as a member of the commission is Honorable Musyoka's advisor, and this is fully within the candidate's constitutional right. Further, the law grants the selection panel the authority to determine its own procedures, granting it operational autonomy in executing its mandate. The panel should be allowed to independently execute its mandate without political interference or indeed any other interference. We view the accusation by a section of Azimio leaders as an attempt to preemptively discredit the panel and the outcome of the entire process. Kenyans have waited a very long time to have an electoral commission in place, and we will not countenance any attempts to derail or delay that process. That is the end of the statement, and I thank you for coming as always. If there are questions, we will take them. If not...
Now, from what you've heard about the two factions, you can see that there is a serious political war brewing, and if things continue going in that same direction, I think we'll again have another stalemate at the Iebc, because you see, we've had we've stayed for quite some long time, approximately close to 2 years, that we have not had Iebc. And remember, we have by-elections that are supposed to take place. We have constituencies that have stayed for very long time without representatives in the August House. And remember, some members of parliament died. Some were nominated into government positions like cabinet secretaries, and they have not yet been replaced. So if we hope everything is going into the right direction, and the two parties will have to agree on how we are going to go by it, so that we can have a new Iebc. Because if we continue staying like that, and remember, it is only, we are remaining with 2 years to the general elections, it will be a little bit hectic. And I don't know, maybe, you never know, maybe this is just a game plan from the political class, that just to derail the whole Iebc nomination procedure, so that they can extend their term in power. Because as it stands, you see, maybe, let's say, maybe this thing goes to court again, it get derailed for other 1 year. You see, as if we can nominate another Iebc, let's say mid 2026, they won't be in a position to sit down and plan themselves accordingly for the 2027 general elections. Now there we'll have another stalemate for the 2027 general elections. I don't know, what do you think? Maybe you can give your views there at the comment section, so that we can know what you think about it. Now, on the Daily Nation, the Daily Nation also had a very interesting headline today, whereby President William Ruto claims that he's still the king of the mountain. Remember, President William Ruto in the 2022 general elections, he was in a position to gather quite a significant number of votes, around 3 million if I'm not wrong. Now President William Ruto now is holding rallies in the mountain, and a huge number of people are turning up. According to our expectations, we expected that it will be a flawed rally and moving around the mountain region. But it was not yet easy for the Kikuyu politicians allied to President William Ruto. They were being booed left, right, and center. It is only President William Samoei Ruto who was coming out clearly, at least speaking to the people and giving, airing out his manifesto and what he is anticipating to do for the people of the mountain. But the politicians from the Gikuyu community They had a very long time explaining themselves and trying to communicate to the people. They were being booed. From the, for instance, Kimani Ichung'wah had a rough time listening. He was booed, seriously. From that analysis, I think the mountain is kind of pretending to be with the side to the side of President William Samoei Ruto, because as you can see the way they are booing their leaders from their tribe, it is very serious and worrying. But these rallies, do you believe that they are natural rallies? To me, I don't believe they are natural rallies. But anyway, in politics, perception wins anything. You now see the perception at the moment is that President William Samoei Ruto still have ground in the Mount Kenya region. Now, perception is always a big thing. But I know the rallies have been seriously mobilized. So let's wait and see what is going to happen next. For this and more, subscribe to this channel so that you can be getting this content